Alright. More goblin action. Yeah. So, I'm going to... Stop messing up my world. So I'm going to really quickly get the link posted to Discord, and then try to recall what all was going down. Well, for one thing, I got Heroic Heart. Oh boy. Nature's Cures is a very useful spell, but Ice Bolt can win fights, but we know Nature Cures. Yeah. Alright, YouTube, why haven't you realized I'm streaming yet? Ah, there you go. Alright. Got the link. And... Hey there, John! How's it going? Alright, there we go. Wait, where'd chat go? Okay, there we go. Everything is where it should be. There. Yes. Okay. What were we casting? What were we doing? I could use a lot of Earth lores, actually. Now, who's corrupting my world? It's a very short list of suspects. People. You're corrupting my world, are you? Well, I'm still probably going to have a fight with Merlin. He doesn't share a color with me, and he occupies the same space I do. He's just my natural victim. So... I don't know how I'm going to get over there, though. We'll need to make ourselves a, boat. And it can't be on this side. It's got to be built on this side, so... should probably come out of here when I'm ready to go to war. Right now, we have begun the production of... Where are my spiders coming from? Oh, here they are. Right, adamant. Perfect, yes. So we're getting spiders everywhere. And I guess I started over here and I'm working my way down. So the next one goes to the capital. No, yeah, the next one goes to the capital. These guys are rushing towards those all-important paladins in my cities. I'll have these guys produce a boat. We'll get our troops over here and over here before we pick a fight with Merlin. I'll have to have sufficient troops. Javelineers are pretty tough. Javelineers are pretty tough, and I'm not going to get a ton from conquering lizardmen. But... we can make this work. Zort. Okay. I should use some Earth lores to look and see if there's any more territory that I need to claim. Trying to decide a few things. This city here could produce magicians with a little bit extra poison. And that could matter. So much so that I'm thinking I should begin the production now. And then we'll get back to the other things. I'm going to try to get a magician in every city. And they may even take part in the coming battle. Since missile immunity makes them pretty good anti-javelin unit. Pretty effective. Hey there, John. There are two Johns in the chat right now. Alright. I'm gonna have to go with, I guess DM and brother. Yeah, what's cooking, Doc? Hopefully Merlin. Okay, just checking. Just considering the options. Sprites aren't gonna do much at this stage of the game. Change terrain, however, is a wonderful trick. I just wish I could make swamps with it. If I could manufacture swamps and deserts, well, then it would be the perfect spell. As it stands, though, we'll find uses for it. Alright, so we've begun the production of magicians. The spiders continue. And the paladins approacheth. You guys might want an oracle, maybe? Let's work an oracle into this. Man, I'd like to make some of the other units here. Traps sound so interesting. I want to see one. Crossbowmen, in particular, would be very good with adamant. I would love to have one of those in every city, but we prioritize the paladin because it boosts the existing goblins. And that's more important. Also, I want to raise my taxes like crazy. But, you know. Yeah, but he's occupying territory that I desire. And that's a high crime, you see. I am Green Goblin. And Merlin is Gray Lizards. Okay. Hello? Oh, these are getting serious. Alright, I only need one more spider. And then it's time to make a decision. The decision is, do we want ogres or do we want more spiders? The ogres hit quite a bit harder. I think if I'm going to be conquering people, I probably want the ogres. They'll take more hits. They'll hit harder. You'll miss the web, but I think the ogres are just superior, especially with adamant boosting them. Adamant weave loincloths. Yeah. So, one more spider. And we're just going to start printing ogres for the conquest. You're going to switch over soon. Monastery. Monastery is such an interesting building here. Magicians, keep them coming. We need one for every city, and then a whole bunch for the war, and then a bunch to defend the cities after the war. What I'm saying is you're going to be building those for a while, much as I want the bank and the merchants guild. Just wait until we play Garden Gnome Carnage. Maybe that'll be the next one we do. I really liked Garden Gnome Carnage as a game. And Hyper Princess Pitch was amazing. Man. Alright, super strength them. Sadly, you don't have adamant, so you're not that special. And it's gonna suck when you fight this stuff. I'll have to super strength that one next. I'm afraid that we're in the aura of a sorcery node. And that's enhancing our foes. Well, only one thing to do now. spores. Ew, that's very bad. That's very bad indeed. Ooh, this is really awful, actually. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, we didn't lose anything. Everything's fine. And now there's a spider in there. If we get attacked again, they can, well, they're not very good against, Phantom Warriors, actually, but, yeah, what can you do? Alright, go there. Alright, go there. Yay, we'll make more of those later. Ogre it up. You sure you're not Oni? You could almost be Oni. Alright. Guarantee that you don't get a bunch of unrest. The Paladins cometh! Wish I could spread the high men around, but... oh, actually there is an option. We could slip a high men right here. If I could clear out this Skydrake, this would be the perfect spot, I think, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on the peninsula end. I don't know. We'll make one settler real quick, and then paladins. And that means we'll probably want just one more spider first. Let's toss a boat in the water. Might as well get that done now here as well. I don't know what the piracy mechanics are still, but that's probably not important. Right. Alright, let's see. Normally I'd get rid of a swamp tile, but now... not so much. There's actually not as much work for my changed terrain as you normally see. Yeah, could knock some mountains down for this one, but probably better to go back to the Earth lores. Probably. Oh, geez, mantis shrimp. Those things are crazy. They can see more colors than we can. They strike with cavitation bubbles that make shock waves. They break people's thumbs when you're scuba diving. Yeah, I know, isn't it weird? Goblins aren't very common. Wait, we have goblins in Dominions? Who's the goblins? I don't remember seeing goblins in Dominions. What is this? I'll ship this one over there for no particular reason. Alright, my capital now has webs and magicians. A wonderful combination. Those heroes, some of them might be on there. Oh man, it looks like a bug. With the oars? Not from that angle, but from this angle, it looks like a bug. I don't know how piracy works. But whatever. Your real purpose is going to be to transport settlers. So I'm just going to have you splash down there and wait. Okay. Next magician. That way. You can get aboard the boat. Alright, you're gonna splash down. I guess this is as good a spot as any. We need engineers. We need to make a road network. It's actually kind of important that we do. Alright, very quickly. Settler, please. Okay. Four engineers ought to do the trick. Yeah, that should do it. Alright, everything is working along. I don't think I'm going to have any of more of my cities burned. Although I can't be sure. An overpowered monster could show up and make me eat those words at any time. I don't have a way to fix my unrest. Goblins might be better in death life. Goblins might be suited to death life the most. Because that'll give you lots of options to reduce unrest. Or actually, no, they might be best in nature life. If you focus on increasing their population growth, that goes very well with, hold on a second while I figure this out. Oh, yeah, you sit there. Population growth goes very well with their high taxes, and then you want to reduce the unrest. Boy, I'd love to put one of these in every city, but it's time to begin the invasion army. You're going to be led by a paladin, and you're going to be a big old heap. Alright, this gets in the boat. Okay, look, you're probably going to want, really quickly, a bowman, a shaman. I don't think you really need this. This is kind of optional. But what the hell, we'll throw a hobgoblin, okay. We're going to build these four, and that's basically the core of a defense. Swordsman, bowman, shaman, hobgoblin, spider. We'll get a magician in there at some point, and that's basically the full defense. Okay. And you guys are going to begin massing. Ah, excellent. Very good. Alright, why are we starving? You, fix the starvation thing. There you go. Much better. I'm buying a lot of unit production. Nordic goblins. Calling the Yomi goblins is, kind of a stretch. I don't think the Yomi are goblins at all. I mean, the Japanese tend to translate Tengu as goblins, and they tend to translate Oni as ogres, but I don't really think they are. I think they're their own distinct critters with their own distinct folklore. So, I don't know much about the, Vettigheim. Sounds Norse. Definitely Norse. Heim is, home. But I don't know, Veti. So I don't know that one. Let's see. Deal with the terrifying weapon while fighting amongst themselves. Working on it. Working on it, Bez. We're conquering. We're working on it. We're getting the roads right now. You can call the... Yeah, but Bakemono aren't goblins either. As much as I love the Aki, which aren't even there, which are, you know... But even those are kind of weird. But yeah, no, the Japanese don't really have goblins. They have their own, all of their strange yokai and just all their own strange stuff. Um, I mean, if you're gonna call anything short and evil a goblin, I mean, that's shit. You got hundreds of things that would qualify then. Yeah, Tengu are wind spirits with long noses. They're interesting. But Tengu, I've seen them translated as goblins so many times, and I don't know why. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Terror from the Deep give you those freaking lobster men. Arrgh. And then eventually you realize, oh, they just lose to, temperature shock. Oh, okay. Up till then, they were immortal horrors. Gnomes are devils. Purple wants to make a fight with me, but I don't wanna. I don't really care what happens to this unit. I'm just considering what damage I might do. Undead heroism. Any damage done to any of these units is basically permanent. Make a little ouch. Any more and they'll get fame. Huh. They're undead made... Oh, wait, no, you used life drain. Okay. Similar to how a boxer holds up gloves. With the tail? Oh. That's, I mean, it's similar to any kind of blocking technique, I think. If you put part of your body in front of you, that's basically the same thing. I don't see a reason to compare it specifically to boxers, but boxers are kind of using the boxing glove to the glove to absorb some of that impact. So they choose to block with their hands rather than their, anything else. Okay, yep. Let me see. That one's already going there. That means... Let's see. I already sent one over here, right? Yes. Okay, the next one is going to the humans. Okay. Yeah! Holy bonus. All of a sudden, these guys are a heck of a lot more dangerous. Even the bowmen are improved, although I need to make a set of adamantium bowmen now. Either that or... Poison 2... 6 bows? 8 figures? Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a set of adamant bowmen. Yeah, we want adamant bowmen. Definitely. I think that's gonna become your job in a moment. I mean, it would be better if you had a war college and all, but I'm gonna rearrange this place. I think I'm gonna have them spit out adamant bowmen for every city. I think it's too strong a unit to ignore. Alright, engineer number 2. Could you make some food, please? Thanks. We're gonna need a lot more of it, because, well, we're producing goblin hordes right now. So many goblins are jumping onto the map. The paladins of goblin kind. Oh, I hate you, Cherie. Okay. Well, that about tears it. We might have to fight Cherie instead. I don't want to, but she's being a butthole, so... yeah. Alright. Oh, yes! That's the stuff right there. Abundance. Alright. Cherie, light purple. Alright. Where be ye? That's a good question. Where is she? We are gonna have to go on the hunt. Oh, you have an adamant bear. Oh, lovely. Oh, you didn't take... you had halflings offered and you didn't take them? Road. Still waiting for that. Okay, let's see. This one goes here. Oh, I made a pact with him, and that means I have to move my boat. I hate that, but oh well. Okay. I'll let the first one go on the ship. Well, second one. Okay, one more road builder and the road crew is complete. Alright, we put shaman in every city, and part of the reason is so they can pick up trash. That's one of the reasons I like to keep shaman. I mean, I really want to, but... alright, Miners Guild, University Mechanicans Guild, Armory, Barracks, War College, Bowmen, mass produce, I'll get you your adamant. Yes. Like that. They'll even have poison boost. So this will be the best bowman possible. Unlike the ones this guy produces, which are just kind of whatever. So we'll just let him make ogres. Yep, go back to making the ogres. We need them for an invasion. Even if we don't know where we're invading, we will be invading soon. Seriously, where is she and why is she doing these terrible things to me? Why? Why? I hate you. And I won't forget your corruptions. And I'm gonna find you! But I'd be so much better served to fight Merlin first. If you're gonna offer me that, then I'll do it. I'm a little torn on it myself, the background thing. Oh, you're sending him new Bombardier Beetle sprites. Cool. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta... I'm gonna find you. You can't hide forever. Sooner or later, inevitably, you will be exposed. Alright. Let's see. Right. Alright, that's the last city that needed a magician. Okay. We're going to need these defending every city, but I'm going to ship a couple first to, I'm going to ship a couple of them over to do the offensive first. I need you to be very offensive. Can you do that for me, Paladin? We're going to get some magicians together. Those are going to be part of the assault force. And the objective is to blitz him. We're going to need to get a boat to get my troops around to here. We got one city over here and two up here. And so far as I know, that's his entire empire. I won't have enough forces to hit them all in one turn. But so long as I knock his capital out at the start, it shouldn't matter. Hey there, sup? Okay. Now, I have no idea why he picked Lopan. I wish that it could just have more portraits. But, you know, there seems to be hard limits when modding. I have no idea why they didn't corrupt the adamant, but it occurred to me that they could have. Oh! Oh, really? Really? Is that so? Great. Now I don't even take any diplomacy hit. Okay, this has to be where you are, right? I found you. And you're a lot more interesting than lizard men. You live near the South Pole. And you keep a bunch of elves. I know who you are. Okay. I wonder if he's planning on trying to take this city. It'd be hard to take any of my cities. They're actually fairly well fortified at this point. So, we're going to go with an all-magician group. Not even a paladin in that one. It'll be pure magicians. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and push one down there, and we're just going to kind of go through. Food is ever more an issue for us. We are producing a lot of units. Okay. Oh, I could increase my economy so much, but we need to keep the engines of war going. I think just the team of ogres led by paladins will be enough to take these. Probably. A team of 8. We'll have to get the defenders afterwards. This one can probably be the first hit, and then they cross over to this side and go work their way down. I think I'm gonna need 3 armies. Total. What is... oh, right, that. Yeah. I think we're looking at 3 armies total. But I don't have good buffs or anything for them, so, you know. But we have good casting skill, at least. Yeah, adding wizards instead of replacing them. It would be great. Alas. I mean, it's amazing that we got the game recoded like this to begin with. It took so long and there had been so many attempts. Nobody's gonna go and recode it again anytime soon just to give us, you know, multiplayer and all the other things that we desire. Okay, this is a problem. If these boats get shot down, I can create boars in the water. I can earth the mud in the water. I'm gonna just throw fairy dust at you and hope. Oh, that was significantly more effective than I thought it would be. Well, wow. But went very well, actually. I am surprised. Okay, very good. You live here now. Okay, gotta watch out nothing gray gets too close to this boat. Okay, you're part of that crew. Keep them coming. Alright, we're probably gonna have to switch to mana soon. I do want abundance pretty badly. I might even push research. Okay. There should be a city here. I don't think there are any more continents, but there could be islands. Let's see. This one's gonna go there. Alright. My money is rapidly diminishing, but that's okay. Yeah, I could really use abundance. Nice! Aether Binding! A null wizard called Horatio? You gonna check out the DLC? Are you talking about the aquatic one? For New Master Magic or something different? Which DLC are we talking about? Well, you'd have to do red-green elves, wouldn't you? If you wanted to be, the Christmas elves? And in nature, you could even have, blizzards. It's perfect. Ah, yes. I definitely do intend to at some point, but not right away. Not right away. So, when I finish mucking around with this, I'm probably going to play a few more Dominions games. And after that, we'll probably be looking at putting up a vote for a new 4X game. That's probably how it's going to go. So I just got Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri as a gift. But there's also Civ 4 mods. There's also the Endless games, like Endless Space. There's also the Age of Wonders. Oh, that's a big deal. Immediately switch over. There's also, frankly, there's more 4X games than I can possibly think of. There's a whole lot of space ones related to Master of Orion. There's free Master of Orion and some others. So, yeah, sooner or later, I will get around to the DLC for New Master of Magic. And the mods for New Master of Magic that look really good. I've had one open for a while. It's, okay, I don't know where it's open anymore, but I have one somewhere that sounded super promising that someone shared with me. It looks so cool. But I don't know where that tab is right now. Okay, just a couple more and that'll be ready to go. This one goes to the capital. I'm probably going to bump the heroes out to make the third group. Oh, man, I want that during the Aether Flux, but we're probably going to need to start making mana now. Unfortunately. Oh, we rushing this? Good. What about the Magician? Good. Oh my gosh, I don't have to spend any money this turn. Well, I already did, but... any more money! But just because I don't have to doesn't mean I won't. Where is it? Yes, you. You are going to be creating some very interesting bowmen. Extra poisonous, extra armored, extra hard-hitting. Sounds good, right? Sounds fantastic, even. All right. Well, catch you later, Wings. Horatio is a stereotypical name for a captain. Is it? The only time I've ever heard the name Horatio was, I believe there's a Horatio in Endless Space 2. Or so I've heard. A megalomaniac who cloned himself into an entire... until he was an entire species. The way I hear it. Haven't played the game myself yet. Oh, hello. Yeah, I thought that would happen. Unfortunately, that's the only thing I got. Nature magic. See, unfortunately, all I know about Endless Space is, having played Dungeon of the Endless repeatedly. I love that game. And one review by Seth, which, you can never be sure how much of what Seth says is true and how much of it is him making a joke. If you don't already know the game, it can be really hard to suss out what is and isn't. But, you know, it's probably true. Alright, you're gonna have to make some mana. Or, no, we don't. We just have to spend some... Oh, right, I'm an alchemist! You know, I actually forgot that. I actually forgot. I never actually take alchemist. I always wish I had, and I never actually do. Alright, what are we gonna do? We've pretty much scoured the world, so I'm pretty sure there's nothing left to find. The age of discovery is over. So... we're gonna want this for later. I don't really have anything to do right now. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna put walls up. Since my walls can be dismantled, they're, Guys. I just found a tiny exploit! I just found it! Did you guys catch it? Come on, post in chat. Who caught what I just saw? Who saw what I just saw? Yeah, in Endless Space 2, you can apparently just play as, like, giant spaceships that blow up planets. And that's your species. Giant spaceships. You could play all-devouring bug monsters. You can play, so many crazy things. It looks so much fun. Okay, please don't mess with these guys. I need them to get where they're going. 4 should be extra effective. Ah, yes, I suffer so. Ah, those are dangerous. Did you just spit at me? I cannot heal. This is a problem. Nobody saw what I saw. Alright, I'll show it to you and explain the tiny exploit I just discovered. Give me a minute. As soon as I finish this battle. I was a little bit worried there when you started using the life magic to buff and heal and all, but... because it was really the halberds that had me worried. Alright. So you remember in the original Master of Magic, it was possible, just possible, to make artifacts with the right combination of things. You could make artifacts where you'd gain more mana by breaking them than you spent making them. So you just make a magic sword, break it! Make another magic sword, break it! And somehow you'd get more MP than you spent. Violating the rules of magical thermodynamics and entropy, or something. It's infinite energy. It's a perpetual motion machine. Only... not. Okay. I can do that in more stuff. During an Aether Flux. With the maximum number of nature books. So you get a slight discount on your spells. With Specialist. So that you get a slight discount on the cost of your spells. And then, yeah, the Aether Flux, cutting it down as well. All stacked to the limit. It costs 24 mana to make a wall of stone. But I get 30 gold from dismantling the wall of stone. A 6 gold coin profit. And with alchemy, I can turn it right back into mana at a 1-for-1 basis. I have accidentally created the only build that could possibly use this as an exploit. Only for as long as the Aether Flux remains in play, but, I mean, still. I accidentally created an exploit! I have infinite money and mana, sort of. Okay, the profit is 6 gold per casting. I'm making 400 gold a turn, so it's like... what? What am I able to pull off right now? 18 gold a turn? Tops? I am creating unlimited wealth. I am creating something from nothing. My wizardry is too powerful. I must be stopped. Merlin tried to prevent this from happening, but it's already too late. He doesn't have the strength to stop me. Seriously, I can't believe it's so irrelevant and tiny, but I love the fact that I accidentally pulled it off, and there is no possible way you could make this exploit better. Like, there's nothing else you could combine that would make this any better than it is, and I just happened to do it by accident. Yeah. Anyway. Wall up. If I have nothing better to do, I will take advantage of it. Yeah, if I got nothing better to do for a few rounds, I might as well make a tiny profit. Okay, looks safe. We're almost there. Ah, the capital. No, not the capital. The Magician City. Here's the capital. The Imposter. The Healer. The Bard. You three are going to get out. Hopefully you guys are going to get to fight layers and nodes if you survive the coming war. But we're going to set you up with an army. And you're going to go to fight. I don't know what kind of army you're going to get yet. It's probably going to involve ogres, though. So go sit over there. Okay, you... Oh yeah, go here. Okay, this is a full army. This is a full boat's worth. So what's going to happen is you guys are going to go up there. Okay, next pal goes there. Oh yeah, I posted it to Discord, but for those of you who don't use Discord, you know the channel Circle Tunes? The joke is kind of that he puts no effort whatsoever into his cartoons. His little tunes. I love just, like, he'll move the face around on the head, which is just a circle to express emotions. Anyway, he surprised me by putting effort into a video. He always makes, like, 1 or 2 minute things, and he put out, like, a 16-minute video. And it's like, what the hell? You're not supposed to put effort into your work? What is this heresy? But he gave a big old review of Pal World. And, it was a pretty good review, actually. In some ways, he had the same reaction I did. That it was just like, you know, wow. These systems go together way better than... It just ends up being a better game than it has any right to be. Now look at this. This is fascinating. If you make a wall and then disassemble it with magic, you can never cast it on the same city a second time. You have to build them manually. Ah! Oh, turns out my oh, shit. What is this? You're really gonna... Shit, they can go through the sea. Shit. You know what? You guys are tough. You're some big strapping boys. You can handle this, right? I wish you had a bowman with you, but I was gonna get an adamant one instead, and, well, it hasn't happened yet, but... Alright, what are we gonna do? What's the play here? I think it's boars. Pretty sure it's just boars. You have illusion immunity. That's gonna be important. We're not in the aura of a node. That's important. Poison isn't gonna help us, but more boars might. Nice. More boars? That's what I thought you'd do. Boars. Yes. It actually kind of does, doesn't it? We thought we had found an exploit, but the goblins, to their dismay, discovered they had not. The researchers cursed, swore, and then went back to trying to find new exploits through their researches. Alright, we're gonna get you up here. Good. Excellent. That army will be ready soon. Okay, we got one to there, we got one to there. Alright. One to here. And then one to there. And then you can start either... Well, either you'll want to produce more paladins, or you can start making crossbows. I could go either way. Well, first things first. Purchase. Purchase. Alright, what do we do with our turns now? If I get rid of the swamp, can I keep the witch's hut anyway? Two turns till abundance. I think the goblins would be significantly better than the nomads, unless something's been altered. The goblins have a huge tax bonus. I like to explore and play blind, and then when I really get into a strategy game, I'll start getting into all the minutia. Ooh, lucky. I kind of need that boat to stay there. I'm going to heal it with a Nature's Cures. And I think I'm going to drop a second boat. Oh, are you finished? It's got no maintenance cost. You might as well build one. A moat. Oh, why not? It's got a maintenance cost, but who cares? Run that river around the place. What's the worst that could happen? Alright. Cool. Alright, hook yourself up. Oot. In. Hello there. Alright, everybody has one. Where does the next paladin go? I suppose they start prepping to go over there. We'll need some down south as well. Alright, make another boat. Yeah, it's cheaper just to make another boat than to even cast the spell to heal one. It's unnecessary. Alright, there you go. Next turn, Abundance. We're going to cast that a whole bunch of times. Okay. Alright, the army's basically in position to go to the north. We're going to hit those cities up in just a second. Yep. Master Magic didn't ever have a campaign and still doesn't. Might be kind of fun to build a campaign for Master of Magic. It'd be interesting, an interesting task. You'd want to teach the player each of the different victory conditions and what each school of magic does, and oh yeah, guys, blessing, hell yeah. Oh yeah, oh, we need that. We need that in all of our cities. Okay, abundance! This is a huge one! If we can find a way to reduce our unrest. Okay, so, your maximum population is 22, is it? Now it's 29. Yeah, that's tremendous. Okay. You can't reach this boat in one move. Okay, the plan is we just need to reach this shore and we're home free. Next turn, we begin moving. Don't get sunk. That's the plan. This army, next turn, this army's ready to march. These boats will need to come down here and help them get across to there. We're gonna get those bowmen soon. We're gonna want them very soon, in fact. Okay, pals on the way. The third army is gonna take a little bit longer. It's probably gonna have some magicians, some ogres, and 3 heroes, and just be kind of a mix. I still haven't played Age of Wonders 2. I still want to play the other campaign in the first Age of Wonders. And then there's more Age of Wonders 3, and didn't they release a 4 now? And then there's all the cool mods for Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Oh yeah, Song of Conquest should have had its final release. Its big 1.0 release. I'm sure they'll continue tinkering with it, but... I need to play that. And there's Wargroove 2. Okay. Is that good enough? Go, go, go. I guess next turn they'll hop out. Alright, what are you doing? We're going to make some Spider Riders for our new holdings. Yeah, we're going to make some Spider Riders for our new holdings. That's our play. I need to take all the layers and nodes after this. You guys are basically doing the same sort of thing. Okay, that one's to go there. Let's see, this one's going to want to go there. We're just going to kind of push them in the right direction. That hurts. Darn. But if you attack me now, you'll come in damaged. I need another boat. I might need more than one boat. I might need additional boats. And I've finally run out of cash. Ooh, Gaia's blessing in all my cities. Can you imagine? Hello. Wheel of Fortune with Pat Sajak and Vanna White. Yeah, I need to play the final campaign. I'll probably finish Gothic 2 and play through the final campaign in that slot. Well, it is slowing down. We kept the world size small and the number of opponents low. But it's definitely taking longer and longer to get to our turns. It's still within the realm of acceptable, but yeah. I can never make a game that's too big. Alright, that's right. Your population needs to explode. Okay. Okay, you guys are gonna go down this way. There will be magicians waiting for you. He didn't attack. Interesting. Well, I guess we're gonna keep going upstream, because if I jump out here, we have a problem in the way. I wish we could take the gargoyles, but they probably wouldn't be willing to fight me. Okay, you now await the heroes. You should have 3 of those up by the time they arrive. Okay, you're gonna go there. You're an extra boat. I'm gonna put you there. Oops. Oh no. There. Hmm. You always picture the Rana to be hunched over. Hmm. I think they need about 4 more factions. But that's probably asking too much, eh? Yeah, I've got the Steam version of Songs of Conquest, so I'm not going to jump over to the GOG version. Although I think GOG is better service. You know, when you've already got a game on one service, you're going to stick to it. I'm not going to buy the same game twice. No! It's over! No! I didn't get to the guy's blessings. So I have a few more abundances to cast, and it's going to take me a little while. Alright, what do you got? Swordsman! Oh, this is going to be quick. Alright. Oh, shit. You're gonna have to wait a turn. I might use the pals to score a hit. Okay. No, it won't be necessary. Alright, you got this. Try not to mess the town up too much. You were no match for our adamant clubs. Oh, guys, you had one job. Don't mess the town up too bad. Look at what you did. Well... I do kind of... You don't need a ship, you already swim. Oh well, it moves you a little bit faster, it's good. I always really liked the Javelineers. But I don't think we actually need to make any of their units. We'll just have them produce whatever they can produce for me, and that'll be that. I think we'll Viking our way up here real quick. Alright, great. Okay, you two need to get over here. Go ahead and make a couple shaman real quick. Alright, the adamant bowmen are on their way. That means you are going to be needed to deliver them. And we'll need 2 of them up here. Alright. GOG is just generally a better service. Because they don't do all the weird DRM crap. They don't dick with your file folders. They don't do a lot of things that Steam feels like it can do. A lot of games won't play unless you've downloaded them, you bought them, they won't play unless you use the Steam launcher, which is bullshit. Okay, this one. Ice Bolt might be nice. Huh. You didn't try to heal. Odd. Yeah. Of course, if GOG ever became #1, it would probably start doing all the same things we dislike Steam for, so... I'm ever the optimist, you see. Mine. These really could be Oni with a very small alteration to their sprites. Well, that wasn't well thought out, but it's okay. It shouldn't matter. Alright. The war goes well. You don't need this. Alright, that should get us the most out of this. Okay, these guys are just waiting for their boat. And... done. That's a third army. Alright, this army's in position now. This boat is in position as well. Let's get a conquering. Alright, we need shaman over there. Let's see... just go down this way. We'll figure out which one you go into as they're conquered. Yeah, that's all fine. You can download the games and keep them on your own storage device if it's from GOG. If it's from Steam, maybe you can do that. Or maybe you can't play them, even when they're downloaded to your own device. You don't know until you buy and find out. At least Steam is pretty good about their refund policy. I've never used it, but I've heard that they are pretty consistent about it. So that's good. I have no opinion on Epic because I've never downloaded it. I'm told that they give a larger cut to the developers. They had the thought that if we get the developers to make games for our shop, the gamers will come. Well, it never really worked out for them. It's a good theory, though. It sounds like it should have worked, but it didn't. Okay. I need the boat there. You're going to take that. I'm probably going to create a 1-2 punch to crack the capital with. Alright. First of all, that's not adamant. I made a mistake. The most important component was missing. Alright. We will soon have the adamant. Alright. These can be of use down south. And you... I'm gonna pick up this crew. That should work. Alright! You're screwed! Yeah, that doesn't work. Oh no! They don't realize that their javelins have no effect. Oh, you poor, poor things, you. Sleepy time. I said this was the perfect army for taking out this, and I was right. Other armies would have probably taken losses. They don't understand they could just shoot the enemy and I'd win. Oh well. I have not seen the new artwork on the storefront. I haven't looked at it since I played it. All I know is that there was an update to it the other day, a while ago, that announced that they were about to release the 1.0. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Stupid, worthless lizard cities. The Gaia's blessing is coming. Abundance, Gaia's blessing put together is awesome. One of the great things about nature. Oh? Tell me what I don't know about Epic. I've never used the service, so... Tell me what I don't know about it. Is it going to be the sales? What's it going to be? Oh, shit. This is a problem. This is a huge problem. My defenses haven't quite got here yet, and I didn't see this coming. I may have to turn around and reconquer you. Well, we know fairy dust hurts them. I hope you're confident in your hit points. Javelineers are pretty good at attack and ranged attack. Ooh. Hide in a tree. He ran out of mana. His casting skill isn't up to my standards. What is that? Is it a boat? Is it a summon? What is it? Bark? It's a boat. It's a swan-shaped boat. Okay. Alright. I understand now. Alright. Undead lobster. If you wait one more turn, you'll get another rider. We'll attach the other places in time. Let's just get the road running down, and then we'll hook the towns up later, okay? These are all singles. It should be fine with a paladin and a magician for now. Uh-oh. Crap. Okay, we'll just hide. Oops. You know what? I guess that's okay. We'll want a couple more shaman down here anyway. And then we'll make some more spiders. Alright, back to abundance. Yeah, I suppose I should put, It'll probably be for the best. Wouldn't it? Yeah, probably. We'll put a guy's blessing on the military city, producing the bowmen. Looks like a sea creature with 10 owns a lot of shares in the company. Ah, Epic Games. Do they? That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that would undermine my trust a little bit. I mean, I already didn't trust them because they're some kind of big corporation of some sort, but... yeah, Tencent's tentacles are, slimy. And they seem to have them in pretty much everything. It's an interesting weakness that private industry, that capitalism has in it. The government is not supposed to own businesses. Okay. But what's to stop some other government from owning their businesses and then buying your businesses? It seems like there should probably be something stopping that from happening, but apparently there isn't. And the CCP can own their businesses in their country, and then those businesses that they own can just buy all of your businesses. You know, Bit of a security issue there, or one would think. But I guess as long as they stick to buying all the gaming companies, nobody's too worried. Congress would probably throw a fit if they started buying all the food suppliers. But yeah. Yeah, I got a pretty low opinion of corporations in general. Ah. And they seem to, seem very, very good at getting a lot of governmental power. Which is most unfortunate. He's not even casting spell. I'm gonna check Merlin. Is he... He's not a very large empire. He was far-flung, and he was running lizards, which aren't the best for an economy. If you're playing lizards, you're playing aggro. I'm a huge fan of the lizards and know very much how they're played. They're never the best, but they're usable. Now, he has some MP, but you gotta play aggressively if you're gonna go lizards here. Alright. So, you get... Medic! Medic. Spider. Spider. Alright, and you pull up to collect another set. Okay, we'll get some units over there for you. You lot are now gonna head towards... You're gonna hop on the boat, and the boat is gonna go for this one. Yep, that's what we're doing. It's gonna be a bit of a paddle. Paddling all the way out there. But it must be done. Okay. Alright, good, good. There'll be a paladin and a magician. Okay, need to get you here. Need to get another one there. So, this is what our adamant archers look like. 8 ranged attack with 8 figures and a couple points of poison for good measure. This is an extremely good unit. And it's just a bowman. How do you have a base of 5? You're supposed to have a really low bow power. I think this means that more stuff altered the level ups. Yeah, that's what happened. It's gonna strongly favor multi-figure units. Yeah, the level up alteration is gonna strongly favor multi-figure units like 8-man bowmen are gonna love getting more out of their level ups. Heroes, because they can gain so many levels, would also appreciate it. Alright, we need this real quick. We need Guy's Blessing. So Guy's Blessing reduces unrest, increases production, and just generally makes everything better. It's actually a reason to change all your terrain to forests. I usually don't, but it's an argument to do it. Just having it. Looks like the lizardmen didn't get anything from swamps. Mildly disappointing. Warlords usually the strongest unit is single figure, although not always. There's the Orc Horde, there's some flying units that come in 2 to 4 figures. But usually the strongest unit is a 1-figure unit. And it's not that the 1-figure is made stronger, it's that all of the ultimate units cost 2 food and have their power greatly increased. So they have like twice the maintenance cost, but they're significantly stronger. And because so many of the N-tier units have only 1 or 2 figures, you could feel like 1 to 2 figure units are being boosted, but technically that's not so. It's just kind of a consequence of the design of the game, the game's general shape. I don't think I need any more of these right now. Which is great, because you can finally build these, and that'll be more money and power. Go that way. It's a lot of things to keep track of. Okay, we're going to start pushing up here, because those are needed over there. Yeah. Unrest reduction. More taxes. Forests have triple production bonus. Corrupted tiles just go away. Deserts go away, which might... And swamps go away. Those are bad for us, because swamps and deserts are important to our, to our building of those witches, but, well, it can't be helped. Guy's Blessing is too good not to do. Needs to be a way to protect your swamps and deserts. That's necessary. Man, I wish I had some skeletons to throw at these. Okay. Very good. Yeah, nature's really solid. Nature has very strong early game with sprites and a research boost from Big Brother's watching you through the trees. I can't think of the name of the spell. Nature's Eye or something. Don't you dare. Oh, they're tough. Nature's got so much going for it throughout the game. Its late game is dynamite, too. Well, that was annoying. I'm a big fan of Entangle and Lightning Storm. It's so good. Call Lightning, that's the name of it. Nature's Witness, that's the one. Call Lightning and Tangle is amazing. Nature has arguably the best summons in the game. And they should have the best summons in the game. The only reason it's arguable is because Death has really freaking good summons. That's the only reason that you could even debate. 'Cause, I mean, man, sprites out of the box. Giant spiders are actually really good. Cockatrices, although I don't really like using them, they've been probably more than any other summon in the game. Cockatrices have caused me misfortune. They're pretty. They can cause you a lot of harm if you don't have good magic resistance. The Basilisk sucks. I've tried, and I've tried, because regeneration always draws my attention. Basilisks just don't work. Occasionally, you'll get one that does you good, especially if you're playing Death and you get an undead Basilisk, but it's just, yeah. But once you get up into the very rare summons, Grey Worms are insane! And Behemoths are amazing! But we're all just going to use Colossi, because Colossi are possibly the best summon in the game. I mean, you get Demon Lords, Colossi, and Skydrakes. Those are the only contenders for best summon in the game. I mean, what, you're going to point to Archangels? I mean, they're good. They used to be amazing when they could be a troop transport, but they're still good. But they're not as Colossi. And, well, Chaos isn't even in the running. I don't know what Chaos mages are thinking. They don't know what they're doing. Oh, well, there goes a hero. Oh, there goes two heroes. Such is the price of going to war. It's what always happens. Huh, those were underpowered. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. When we really needed it most, it failed. So much for having heroes. Well, they actually died a little bit faster than I expected. Alright, do we want to throw fireballs, webs, or stone strengths? I think we firebomb them. I was supposed to open the gate. I guess it did. We're in. Ow! this isn't going great. It's bad. I should have gone all magicians like I did the other cities. The magicians are the perfect counter to javelins. I shouldn't have brought anything else. There's a reason I like lizardmen, and there's a reason I like javelineers. Warlords took some of the edge off javelineers so that they're not nearly as good in context, but in the base game, oh man. Oh man. It is as you see. This mod didn't make them super intense or anything, it just, you know. Yeah, anyway, so that's the end of that army. We're gonna need a new army to, oh dear. I have no idea how that's gonna go. Shit. How am I gonna take the capital? The remnants of the Northern Army are gonna be here. You know I told you you could make banks, you were finally done, but you're not. I need more magicians. I don't even know what's in the capital yet, but it's probably gonna need magicians. Okay, you took out the shaman that was supposed to go there. That's a problem. I need that shaman. He performs very important duties. Yep, you also go up there. Perfect. Nature seems to be really good all game. It's true! It's true! They have everything they need. They have attack spells, they have sort of got some healing. They got some healing. They have the best spell in the game in Web. They have great summons. They have great city buffs. Yeah, they're good through the whole game. Huh. In Warlords? I don't know if I've tried them specifically in the Warlords mod. I've tried to make them work in the base game a bunch of times. Oh, gee, lightning resist. We had noble heroes paying us money to work for us. And now we don't. Okay, you are needed on the boat. Yes, that's correct. Alright, one for you, then I'll need to get one over there. What a quick boat. Yeah, that should help. I'm gonna find out what's going on in that capital in a second. I wish I had Blizzard right now, actually. Spellforce Platinum. Yeah, ranged units are the best because you can't hit back. The heroes are very, very good, but they tend to get killed by spells and stuff. If you fight another wizard with them, you want to use them on lairs and nodes and avoid getting into fights with wizards with your heroes. You can just hold right there. Rock lobster. Alright, what's the plan here? Okay, this is the old Crack's Call, not the Warlord's Crack's Call. Give it a shot! Yeah, that's usually what happens when you use Crack's Call. Nothing. I thought so. Diver? Oh. Oh, interesting. Nope. The rocks didn't work! Wait! What are the rules of rocks? Huh? Huh. I guess rocks make you flying and it had a thrown attack? Is that the rule? Standing on rocks make you flying? Maybe? I suppose that could make sense. Maybe? Well, I just lost a city over that. This is how we learn how spells work. Alright. Do your jobs. No, you cannot be attacked in melee while standing on rocks. I'm pretty sure we tried it the last time. No corporeal unit can ever re-enter. A natural barrier to melee attacks. I'm assuming what it does is it makes you flying, then. That's my current assumption about how that one works. Very odd. Well... early heroes are expendable. Late game heroes, you really don't want to lose them. Once you start putting artifacts on them and stacking buffs, yeah, you know, they are no longer expendable at that point. I've won quite a lot of games off of building a Doom stack out of 6 heroes that are just unbeatable. Depending on your magic, you can make some really nasty heroes. Yeah, I've made a bunch of parties of 6 heroes that were completely unstoppable, that no one could defeat. I've done it a lot of games. It just depends. It just depends on what you have to work with. So, the best colors for heroes are usually life, nature, and sorcery. Death and chaos are not good for heroes, though you can use heroes in them, but they're not good at it. So, nature in particular gives you the ability to craft regeneration artifacts. You put a regeneration artifact on a hero, and doesn't matter how many times they die, they keep coming back, and their buffs aren't even lost when they die. As long as they don't get insta-killed or petrified or hit with a wave of despair while they're alone or something, they're basically unstoppable. Sorcerers get invisibility. Invisibility is insane. A lot of things can't react to it. There's specific things that can still shoot you, but almost everything isn't able to shoot at you anymore because you're invisible, and it's not very expensive, relatively speaking, to get invisibility. So, if you want heroes that you're not going to lose, those are the colors I recommend. Those are the artifacts I recommend making. Nothing is ever entirely foolproof. The whole reason that Supernatural is in the game is because heroes were completely unstoppable, and CeraVe wanted to make it so that heroes could be defeated. That's why. A beginning of the game swordsman like Bagdru the Orc Warrior or Gunther, once he's reached, gotten a red star for his level and you've gotten the right equipment on him, he could just go around and just punt anything in the game. Like, oh look, 9 Great Drakes. He could kill all of them and walk out of the fight unharmed. So CeraVe added Supernatural, so that no matter what, you'll always take damage if you fight any of the very rare summons. Demon Lords, Great Drakes, it doesn't matter what it is. If you fight a dragon, it's gonna hurt you now. And that somewhat clipped the wings of melee heroes, but only sort of. Because melee heroes are still ridiculous. But ranged heroes didn't receive any nerfs at all. Ranged heroes are as crazy as they've ever been. Alright. We're going to transport these here. Oh, you're relying on javelins and I have your counter. Oh, you poor lizards. We're going to end this war. We actually didn't start it, surprisingly, but we're gonna end it. So, I usually don't lose a game over a dispelled global, but having all of your enchantments blown off of your heroes is agony. But what used to happen with sorcery, I lost a lot of games to sorcery, and what used to happen was I'd get smothered by a late game sorcerer. The late game sorcerer would go, any spell, I've got Spell Blast. If you try to cast a big spell, I will 100% of the time Spell Blast it. No spells that take you more than 1 turn to cast. Alright, I have to cast small spells. And the sorcerer would go, Magic Suppression! Small spells don't work. They get countered. Oh shit. And sorcerers would just stack up effects like that till you were unable to cast spells anymore. And then you just slowly get smothered without any way to there was no counterplay. You would just get crushed by it. It was terrible. So yeah, that happened to be a whole bunch of games back when. So changes were made, and those sorts of things don't happen anymore. The spell that suppressed small things now instead of countering spells, it now I think it increases your casting skill when other people cast small spells, which doesn't even make sense, but it plays well, so you know. Alright, we need a couple spiders, and then I'll probably have you guys build your other buildings and get those last economy stuff up. Alright. Good work, my goblins. Alright, you know what? This is fine. You can go back to the banks now. All is well. Banking establishments are more powerful than standing armies. I want to build all the things. But you're gonna make crossbows now. We're gonna hunt nodes and lairs and build up a new army, multiple armies to go off and fight other people. Once Merlin's out of the picture, we'll also want to focus on our city buffs. Yeah, as much as possible, you don't want to end your turn over the sea. Looks like I accidentally took one too many. Yeah, well. Okay. I'm going to put this army here. And we're going to have a second army here. Just in case the first one fails. Okay, that guy's going to need to join that army. Basically, we're 2 turns away from our assault. Ah, right, yes, of course. Go this way. No, wait, go that way. Yeah. I'm gonna have ice bolts now. Cool. Still don't know what the Mirren players are up to. That's always something that makes you nervous. Well... not a whole lot I can really do. Just hope they can win. Oh good, the enemy didn't decide to fly around all day and not fight. Summon champions! There might be new artifacts in the game. I bet there are. as well as probably new champions. Alright. Alright, you guys are on trade good duty. One for you. One for you. One for you. I'll bring this one back. Next turn, we strike. Why? Yes, like that. Okay. Cool. Light and dark. And if you control opposing cat actions, you must keep them separate. Ah! Someone was telling me in one of the water nations in Dominions, in the late age, your royalty will start fighting each other or marrying each other or having all kinds of unanticipated things if you store them near each other. Okay, punch 2 ready. Punch 1! Engage. Javelins don't work against magicians, sorry. Lightning does, though. These are very high level and dangerous, but they're not well equipped. Alright. Your resistances are too high. Interesting you didn't heal her. Change of plans. They're too tough. I cannot pull an ice bolt off, huh? I need that one removed. This is supposed to be armor piercing? This attack may fail, but the follow-up attack will definitely take this town. With that, they're out. A major component of their defense. Their resistances are already lowered. Okay, Black Sleep has no chance of working. They're gonna try to melee me. That's supposed to be armor piercing. Alright, 2 heroes down. Looks like we're done. Alright. Cost us pretty much everything. But his 2 heroes are gone, and that is huge. I don't know that this will win. I don't know. But we gotta try. Shit, there goes my holy bonus. These are so heavily buffed. I wish we could pull off. Well, a little defense will help us a little bit from their javelins. We've got adamant and a lot of hit points. We're very resilient. But Javelineers are really, really good. And these guys have a lot of buffs. Whew. Ooh, boy. Oh. I'm apparently a big fan of purple. Oops. Oops. Hey, he's never coming back. You, Huh. It's a chaos enchantment? No, it should be a chaos enchantment. This feels like chaos to me. I like the cross on their shields. Alright. What's left that hasn't been taken? I think paladins leading a whole bunch of crossbows might be good for clearing lairs and nodes. Okay. I'm going to finish sorting out our defenses, buffing our cities, and just generally consolidating our gains. And then we're probably going to declare war on Cherie. I haven't forgiven her for her past transgressions. I still haven't played that one. I touched it once, but I didn't actually play anywhere into it. That was great. How mod is? I don't know, I'm enjoying it. It's got weird problems. When I banished the wizard, I was surrounded by a purple box. Nah, I'm gonna summon champions. Logistics is tempting, but nah. Alright. Hydras and hornets. We'll see what we can put together. I don't know that the shaman are really necessary if I've got Gaia's Blessing and magicians out. I might not want those. Well. I don't know. I don't know what happened then. Yeah, I don't understand it. We'll have to play around with Great Rocks a couple more times and see how it works. I'm baffled. Arr. Is this a blunderbuss I see? An arms master actually is kind of useful. I guess you have to bring your loot back to your cities. Or bury it under an X. He poisons his bullets. Yeah, we'll take him. Blackbeard. Oh! The hero is a ship! I never thought of that. I never thought of that. No. The idea never occurred to me. I was blinded by my own inability to even conceive of such a thought. You guys need to rest a little more. See. Build those. Alright, how many more abundances do we really need? Ring bearer. Is it a hobbit? Does it need to go into a chaos node? Oh, really? How do you feel about Ice Bolt? I'll go with a Wild Bolt. Oh. Burglar would imply it's not Frodo, but Bilbo. Use ring probably lets him cast invisibility, I'd guess. Oh. And that was the last one. We're going to be switching over to Gaia's Blessing. Just wait, you'll get a thing to fill up. Well, I'm afraid I don't have any underwater ruins for you to explore. Your ship is pretty awesome, and your upkeep is 0. But don't expect me to keep you around forever. For now, I need you to go over this way. Alright, that was a bowman for every city. So whatever is made here will have adamant and extra poison. So I'm probably going to want to make some things here. What, you mean in Lord of the Rings? supposedly scales with the older species. You're talking about in Lord of the Rings? So I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of all the lore, but I can give my understanding. It was never a ring of invisibility. That's not what it was. It's a ring that enhances whatever you are. It just enhances whatever you like makes you better at what it is that you're already good at. So, in theory, if you gave it to a master smith, they'd become much better as a smith. If you gave it to somebody who was a great warrior, they'd become a greater warrior. And if you're a small folk who's easy to overlook, who's difficult to, it just makes it easier for people to overlook you. That's my understanding of how the One Ring works. So, because Gandalf wouldn't have been afraid of just a ring of invisibility. Most of the characters wouldn't have been lusting after it so. Sauron didn't make himself invisible with the ring, because that's not what it did for any of them. Meanwhile, you have other rings that you can see. Saruman has a ring that he made himself, and it seems to give his voice the ability to manipulate people insidiously. He basically got a charm effect going with his ring. Gandalf has the Ring of Fire. I don't know much about the Elven rings and the Dwarven rings. We know what happened to the ring wraiths with the human rings, but I think Gandalf was able to rekindle hope in people. He also liked fireworks and smoking pipes. I don't know. He had a fire thing going. He liked fire. And he got the Ring of Fire. Was it because he liked fire that he got the ring? That particular ring? Or did that particular ring make him like fire? Meow. But Tolkien thought much more deeply about his fantasy story than almost any other author. So, it's surprising when you look at it, that everything makes sense. Even Sauron's actions make sense, given the information that he had to work off of. One Ring also gave an understanding of black speech. Yeah. I'm definitely not a Tolkien scholar and have no interest in becoming one, but I've picked up little bits of here and there, just, cultural osmosis. You hang out with nerds, you hear things. Morgoth, Sauron's boss, who's dead, probably, made a ring. And Sauron's rings are imitations of what Morgoth had done. Or maybe not imitations, maybe a further refinement of what Morgoth had done. I don't know if there are any Morgoth rings running around Middle-earth. It doesn't seem like there is, but who knows? Saruman managed to forge a ring. Saruman made his own brand of orcs. Saruman totally wanted to become the new Sauron. He totally wanted to kick Sauron's butt and take over. and be the ruler of Mordor. That was totally what he wanted to do. You know, I kind of like them in yellow. I don't know. It's a small thing. 3 is a bit much, and none of my spells are going to pierce through this. I'm pretty sure this army is lost. I should have scouted it before I jumped in. I'm getting pretty tired. I'll start making all sorts of mistakes. Well, at least I can burn the hornets. Now, you know what can't be countered? This. So if you can't kill all 3, there's no point. And the way they regenerate... Wow! Oh! That's different! That's not... That didn't do 21 damage. Okay, it has the original spell description, but it actually has been modified. I'm guessing it's the same that it is in Warlords? They're too resistant. Poison won't work. Poison has no effect on anything with 10 or more resistance. We don't have any good options. If we can get a fairy dust through, that would do some good. But yeah, it was a long shot. Let's see how bad this goes. Oh shit, that went very bad. It was even worse than I thought. It wasn't just a bad roll. Oh no! Oh yeah, this is really bad. Oh, this is very, very bad. If we could deal with one and get lucky and bury the other, we'd get most of our units out of here alive. No such luck. No such luck. Yep, that army got wrecked. Yeah. 2 Hydra I could have handled. I should have scouted. This army will be better for cracking nodes. So, next time we'll have champions to summon. Who knows what we'll find. And we'll have artifacts to craft. But yeah, I might just have to go to sleep a little early tonight. Boy, my income is skyrocketing now. Guy's Blessing is awesome. It's letting me increase my taxes. Almost ready. The Saruman ring. Well, as I said, it's probably gonna be enhancing what you're already good at. So Saruman's ring makes his speech better, but if you had it, it would probably enhance something you were good at instead. As I said, I could be wrong. I'm not a Tolkien scholar. This is just my understanding of how it works. Remember, I've never even read the Silmarillion myself. That probably disqualifies me from being allowed to have an opinion about Tolkien, right? Alright, getting our defenses together. Getting this team put together again so they can try to tackle other stuff. Trade. Alright. I mean, the crossbowmen are definitely superior because armor piercing, but, you know, you guys will be pretty good. $900. I should be able to raise taxes when I finish casting it, and then we'll have even more money. What would it do for the Eagles? Ow. What would it do for me? That's a great question. Maybe I'd become a mildly competent entertainer. Or maybe I would become a better writer. Or maybe I'd just become even more skilled at mopping floors. Oh, that might be too much power for one man, though. We saw only a glimpse of winged monkeys. They shoot. I don't know what's in here. Skydrakes! We will end by attacking Skydrakes. In their node, where I won't be able to web them. Yeah, that'll make an epic end battle for this. Also, I should probably be doing more of this. We have the money, so we should be leveraging it to make our economy snowball. A lot of stuff in the documentation, huh? Well, don't spoil too many of them now. You want to get caught off guard when something weird shows up at my doorstep, don't you? The Spider Queen and the Worm Rider. Is the Worm Rider from Arrakis? The pirate ship is now invulnerable. Okay. You could make super ogres. So why don't you? Make super ogres for me. Got like no money left. So that looks eminently doable over there. Get out of here. Probably gonna want paladin. Honestly, a crusader might be a smart thing to put in the front with the crossbowman behind. Might be. I just really, really like riding moose for some reason. There are riding moose in Dominions, but they're not in the early age where I'm playing. They're in one of the later ages. I'm not sure which age. Even though I'm gonna be playing a middle-age game, well, I've started already, I don't really know much about the nations in the Middle Age yet. A lot in the world has changed. That's all I know for sure. Get that high resistance and our poison becomes very ineffective. The goblins are interesting. Being poison-based, they'd be very effective against some things like, well, like high men. But against other matchups, they're not as good. Alright, you're gonna need to connect the road to there now. Should be a spider coming. Oh, you definitely need a bowman also. Let's get that. I'll give you mine. All right. The last battle of the day. Hadriex. There we go. Well, first we got this. I should probably heal you and get you more guys and... if they die, they die. That's a lot of spider. However, this happens to be the one kind of node I can throw my own spells around in. I guess I'll start with web. And maybe some web. The Web Wars. Of my own. Buy me time. Which is better, spiders or spider riders? Spiders are. Oh shit. Yeah, that was not great. Well, it happens. Alright. Enhanced Spider Riders versus... Wow, okay, we do not win against spiders. I'm not even entirely sure why. I mean, I know they've got more figures, but we should be doing some damage here. But we aren't. Alright. Good news, Web is still the best spell in the game. Crap, they're all used up. It's up to you. Last ice bolt. That was pretty brutal. Not great. But we can meld it next time. Okay, next up we have Hadriex. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, that's just not fair. Of all the things. We were here to fight dragons. I was confident I could bring the dragons down. Wow, this is expensive. Alright, you're gonna need to replace a bunch of crossbows. But the good news is we've taken 2 nodes for next time, and we've got mammoths ahead. We could probably take that one. Don't know how we'll fare against winged monkeys, but a lot of these other things seem doable to me. Okay. And that's where we stop for today. The prizes we got out of those nodes were actually pretty crummy. I mean, after you go and you slay a Skydrake and a bunch of air elementals, it's like, here's $300 and an earthquake spell. Well, unless Earthquake has been altered, it's probably still one of those spells I never use. I don't even see Earthquake. Wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Now it looks the same as always. It's not a bad spell, but it's just... it's against my philosophy. Like, I'm a conqueror. I want to take your city and make it my city. Earthquake breaks the city up and ruins a whole lot of its value. And it's like... but I want to own those buildings, not break them. Blizzard is way better. That kills your units without harming the buildings. It's great! Alright. I'm gonna go to bed early now. As I said, I am exhausted for some reason. I've been exhausted all day, actually. And trying to take a nap in the middle didn't seem to help any. Maybe going to bed a little bit early will help. I don't know. So, we'll have to finish our goblins next time. But we managed to gobble up at least one. And I think if we check the charts right now, we are off the charts. So the only question is at this point, who's in the Mirren plane? And what kind of champions and artifacts can we get? Because I'm super curious. Find out next time. And until then, and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Good night.